switch gears a little bit, deviate a little bit. So when we talk about marriage, obviously, most people when they get married, there's a whole religious base around this. You generally get married in the church. You have a minister or a preacher or a pastor conduct your services for you in most cases. Does religion play a part in your marriage?
No, not really. It's religion plays a part in that we're not very religious. So Tim and I really meshed on that. My mom grew up Christian, but we didn't really go to church. It was more of the teachings. And for us, we both took like world religion classes and really saw here are principles that overlap with every religion, whether it be, ancient Indian, like Native American religions, or religions in India, or religions in China, or religions here. Just over time and over the world, there are certain things that ring true, and they say in every single religion. And so for us, we're like, those are the principles that we choose to listen to and that we choose to kind of live by. Treat people well, be honest, basically be a good person and do good to others because, that's what we're supposed to do. But it's not any kind of formalized religion. So for us, honestly, when we were getting married, there was a whole lot of things we took out of vows. We got married by a pastor from, my grandparents and my mother's request. But we tried to make it as non-churchy as possible, like the least amount of church as possible. So, yeah.
So you talk about like being raised on the teachings. Was one of the teachings about being a submissive wife? So I know you said your mom was a single mother. So does that play a role in your relationship at all?
That was probably something that was more difficult for my husband to get, or because. We grew up differently. So he had a mom and his dad, and his dad went to work full time, and his mom stayed home and kind of took care of all the house and kid duties. And, I told him from the get-go, like, if we're both working, like, I'm not doing the whole house thing. Like, we are sharing this stuff. This is not going to be all on me. That's not where I feel my role. And he is better at some stuff than I am. I'm like, this is just not smart. So submissive, I would say that was something that was very difficult for me, especially in the beginning. But over time, how I view that is we both now know our lanes. And I think this was very helpful when we opened Sobella, right? We know what we're good at now, and we know what we're not good at. And it's almost like we don't even really have to tell each other. We just know. So directions. I'm horrible at directions, okay? I am not going to direct us not to the car in the parking lot because I don't remember where it is, not to where we're going. And anytime I try to help with this, I'm quickly
reminded of how
bad I am at directions. And that's not my lane. So we say, stay in your lane, So I submit in areas in which I am not good at. And I've come to learn where my limits lie. And those, I submit. And, I don't, but as an overall, like, I'm just going to do what you say it because you're the man. No, that does not really exist for in our house.
So, when we talk about our spouses, and I talk a lot about the 5 love languages, and the one I like to focus on the most for some reason is affirmations. Mm-hmm. Do you make an effort to affirm Tim? Is that something that he speaks to him? Is that something that you put a focus on?
And when you say affirm, you mean like tell him how great he is and stuff like that? Yeah, and I think we try to be a very thankful household, although sometimes I say it in my head and I forget to say it out loud. So it's like, did you notice that? And I'm like, yes, that looks amazing. You did a great job. Thank you so much. I do. And I think though, sometimes with affirming him, just like when men try, when your husband tries to give you a compliment, like, oh, you look so pretty and stuff, but you feel like, I can't trust that because you're my husband, so you're supposed to say that. I feel like that's how my affirmations are received sometimes.
No.
Yes, because he is so talented. Like, if you look at our websites, like our Sobella website, all of our marketing, everything.
Yes, it's awesome.
He's done all of that, but he doesn't always feel, of course, there's always somebody that's great. Like, especially when you talk about design, you can look at people all across the globe, and if you look at a lot of stuff, so sometimes he's very hard on himself. So I definitely try to affirm him and let him know, like, you are so talented, you're so great, like, we're doing well because of what you've been able to do for us. But sometimes I feel like it's just not fully received because I'm his wife. Mm-hmm. But I do believe in speaking greatness and, letting him know just how much and being thankful for what he does, because it truly is a partnership, and I need him, so he needs to know.
So did it take you a while to recognize that you needed to be that way? Because you guys have been married for a long time. You talked about, getting married very young and then having your first child very young, and you going to school while you were married. So there was a lot going on early on in your marriage. Was it always this way where you gave him that? Does he even need it?
I think everybody needs it. Again, I don't think
my husband
he
says he doesn't
it.
need it. But
see. I think I've always been kind of grateful. He probably won't say the same thing. But I've tried even, when we were in school and he had to finish kind of early and basically go work. I mean, he did some horrible jobs, like get a college degree, because I am telling you, before you have one, he was a car salesman. He did meter reading. That one, I had to give it up to him. He walked so many miles every day, rain, cold. So he's always done what was needed to be done, and so I've always been very thankful for that, because he allowed me to not have to stop my path, and he made up the gap. So I think just appreciation. Like I said, my mom was a single mom. That was something, not that there's anything wrong with being a single mom, but I wanted to have a partner in life, and so I've been thankful that he's been there and gone through all the good and the bad and the ugly that comes along with it.